how that fat just sneaks up on you? Fat will sneak up on you. Like somebody just stole something from you. You know what that fat does? It steals all your sexiness. That fat will come up on you on a late night. Because you know, sometimes we out at the spots and we eating all late and we go lay down and go to bed. That fat will creep right around that corner out of the darkness and say, give me all your sexy. And then before you know it, you don't even realize how big you are, how much weight you've gained. Tonight on Toxic Tuesday, episode 53, we're going to continue our conversation on cancer awareness. Health is truly wealth, y'all, and we are in the middle of WOD, that's war on disease. So we got to do our best part to prevent getting sick, live our best lives by being happier and healthier. So without further ado, let's talk about it.
This is another session of Toxic Tuesday. Da, 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 da. Therapy for the people. Nah.
Hello, my beautiful people. It's the King Omar Sharif. I welcome you back to another Toxic Tuesday where we turn our bad into good situations. Toxic Tuesdays are all about you, your mind, your body, your soul. I believe if we can control those three things, we'll find happiness. If you haven't hit that subscribe button already, listen, it doesn't cost a penny to give a subscription. When you grow, I grow. Let's go. Tonight's show is going to be an extension of our Cancer Awareness Part 1 episode that we shot, where we talked about some statistics. We talked about different types of cancers, the importance of getting checkups, different signs and symptoms and things to look for and changes in your body so you can go and see that doctor and see what's going on. So those are all important factors in our cancer prevention as we try to make sure we live in healthier lives. So tonight, as I mentioned, will be an extension of that. This will be part 2. And tonight I really just wanted to focus on the importance of a healthier lifestyle, mentally, physically, spiritually, and how that alone will be the answer to fight cancer. All right. So let's dive into that tonight, y'all. And I do thank you again for joining me. Y'all are my extended family. And without y'all, there's no platform for me to talk to, right? There's no people out there for me to connect with. So this is why I do it. This is why I love what I do. So let's dive right into it. So if you've noticed, I have a couple of things that I use to work out here. I got this little resistance band. Works great. You can do different things with that. I also have my mat for when I get down on the floor and try to work on that core and do different things as well. And I need some more core work, of course. But I wanted to kind of bring the importance in the ease, because I know working out is kind of like a psychological thing. And a lot of us don't like going to gyms or having to go through that whole routine and getting into rhythms, and we quit before we really get started. You go through that initial pain without seeing any gain. So what I want to push out there this evening is you can do this stuff at home, y'all. It's really about just having that willpower, that mind power to build up your inner strength, which will then convert over into your physical strength. All right. So this is all about taking care of yourself and doing simple things at home. So I want to talk about why it is important to exercise and eat healthier, and it's going to boost your immune system. Right now, we're at the end of October, and it's flu season as the season changes, and we're in fall. It's also still COVID season. I see COVID is now on the rise again. And when you eat better and you're exercising, it will strengthen your immune system, and your immune system is going to fight against all types of different diseases. That's what your body does. The Creator has given us this wonderful mechanism inside of us. We got our own security system that recognizes these things that are trying to infiltrate it, and it fights it off and say, no, you don't belong here. And I have the power within myself to rebuild and restore and regain strength and healing and energy, which is so beautiful. So we all should be thanking the Creator for that inner strength. Now we just really got to work on our inner mental strength so we can continue and go and grow and be better. In part one, I discussed how heart disease is the leading cause of death around the world. The second leading cause is cancer. So when you eat better, when you exercise on a regular basis, you increase your heart's health. You can't see how hard that muscle is working nonstop every day until it doesn't anymore. So don't you understand that you need to take care of that? That's your engine right there. All those fluids and blood is just circulating and going through your heart and going to other places within your body. So isn't it important to make sure that you keep it strong and healthy and avoid having to be weaker because you're not eating right, because you're not exercising? You can't see that muscle, but it needs it. It yearns it, right? So we got to put in that work, y'all, so we can strengthen our hearts. And like I mentioned, we could do it right at home with things like this, with those floor mats like that. You got to start somewhere. And I don't care if you can't do one push-up today. Do one. Maybe tomorrow you'll do 1.5. Maybe the day after that, you'll make it to 2. But the thing about it is building your confidence and getting started. You're not good at anything until you get started. So just try. It's not about how many you could do. It's about doing. Now, I believe if we do the first 2 things that I just mentioned, eating and exercising better, that's going to allow us to control our weight management, right? Because there's so many sugars, there's so many fats and so many things that we shouldn't be eating, and our body will reflect and show it. You'll have all that extra flab, and the things that you can't see are inside of you. All of that nastiness, all of that mucus that comes from the things that we're eating. So be mindful of that. You always got to think about what you're putting into your body, because 9 times out of 10, it's junk. And it's stuff that's really not supposed to be in there. And yeah, we're blessed enough to have these beautiful bodies that were given to us by the Creator. But that doesn't mean that our bodies want to be in this fight every single day, which is why heart disease is the leading cause of death, which is why cancer is number 2. So be mindful of that. I remember being strung out on coffee for a little while, and I made some strong cups, y'all. And I really wasn't ever a coffee drinker, but because I was grinding so hard and just being out all day and trying to get ahead, I felt as though whenever I had those tired moments, coffee would be the thing that boosts me. Now, I drank so much coffee, I started getting headaches and my body began to get dehydrated, which is bad because we're mostly fluid, right? So once I realized that it was the coffee that I had started to drink, and then that's when my body started reacting to it in a negative way, I was like, okay, now I'm becoming reliant on coffee. This is my booster now. So I said, okay, let me figure out something else. So I stopped drinking the coffee. I stopped having headaches. And then I replaced the coffee with juices. Now, here in America, they advertise breakfast, lunch, dinner, and in-between meals. And normally, they're big meals, right? Breakfasts, breads, and muffins, and bagels, and sugars from cereals, and milk, which is very fattening, bacon, sausage, ham, pork rolls, pancakes, waffles, all of these very fattening foods, which will automatically make that energy drop. So this is all about boosting your energy, y'all. So once I stopped having all that stuff in the morning, once I stopped telling myself, you don't need coffee, man, we gotta get through this. We gotta figure out something else. I started drinking juices. So this right here is this lime juice, honey, and spring water. 2 limes, maybe 2.5 bottles of spring water, and I added some honey for some sweetness. So with doing that, and this wasn't the idea, this wasn't my plan, but when I did that, I just stopped having a craving for breakfast. So at some point, the lime and whatever other juices I decided to make that day replaced breakfast entirely without me even saying, okay, this is what I'm about to do. And I wasn't getting irritable. I wasn't getting upset and angry like a lot of us get when we get hungry. And then when lunchtime rolled around, I said, let me drink some more juice. I drank some more juice. And guess what? I didn't have a desire to eat lunch. So now I'm replacing these big old meals, which our bodies are constantly fighting to break down, especially the meats and the dairies with all the mucus and things that come from that and all the fat that goes into that. My body stopped craving it and my mind stopped thinking about it. So that was amazing to me how powerful the mind and the body are and how they work together simultaneously. So now I'm down to one meal a day. And to be honest, that's really if I want to have a meal, which is completely different from how I used to be. Because like I said, I'd be the mad, angry guy until I ate something to calm me down. So it's amazing what fruits can do for your body. And fruits give you hydration because a lot of these fruits are mainly water. A lot of your melons and things of that nature. So I can't say it enough to y'all. And I love y'all so much and I would never lie to y'all. Try to incorporate some of these juices that don't take long to make. I put it in a blender. I'm squeezing. I'm using frozen fruits. Whatever I have here, you can use organic. Whatever you have there. And just make it happen and watch. Before you know it, you're not having breakfast. You're not having lunch. The weight is going to start dropping off of you. And not unhealthy weight loss. Like, I don't think I look bad, right? I think I'm all right. I'm not a toothpick. And I've been doing this for a year now. So it's just amazing, y'all. And trust me, I've seen myself blow up and didn't even realize it. You know how that fat just sneaks up on you? Fat will sneak up on you. Like somebody just stole something from you. You know what that fat does? It steals all your sexiness. That fat will come up on you on a late night. Because sometimes we out at the spots and we eating all late and we go lay down and go to bed. That fat will creep right around that corner out of the darkness and say, give me all your sexy. And then before you know it, you don't even realize how big you are, how much weight you've gained. Just eating. And we train to eat that way. Can't be mad at anybody. You can't be mad at yourself. Most of us eat like that. But it has to come a point in time where you say, you know what? All right, let me get control over this. Maybe this isn't the way I'm supposed to be eating and behaving out here. So trust me, y'all, it's beautiful. And you'll get all the energy that the coffee was giving you. You'll have that boost, drinking life, drinking natural. You don't need Red Bulls and coffees and energy drinks and all that type of stuff to get your mind and your energy right. I promise y'all, I would never lie to y'all. Y'all my family and I love you. When you exercise, it releases endorphins, which will then increase your mood, and it also can help your stress levels and anxiety. That's very important. That's why they say when you're upset about something or you can't get something off your mind, go work out, go burn that energy. Because inside, when it's idle and just sitting in your mind and you're not doing nothing but thinking about it, that's when the stress comes. That's when the depression comes. That's when the anxiety comes. And that's when your body begins to break down because you're holding on to all of this anger and confusion and sometimes hate that your body can't wait to release it. But when you're just storing it, it's tearing you apart inside. And that's when disease and you open the door for other things to start failing. And we don't want that. So I'd rather go and burn some energy. I'd rather go burn some fuel rather than sit there and fight a duel. Because most of the time, you're going to lose. Now, it's great to burn energy. It's great to do those things. But with that, you got to have some type of balanced diet, which is why I was talking about the juices and only eating once a day. You don't have to go to that measure if you feel like that might be a little extreme. But like I mentioned to you, that wasn't something that I set out to do. I didn't even know it was taking place or was about to happen. The creator knew, but I didn't. It just happened. And when it happened, I said, well, this is my lifestyle now. So I didn't sit and watch a video or get inspired by some type of outsourcing. It all came from within. It all came from the creator. And I can't thank the creator enough, because I know each and every day I'm getting nutrients. I'm getting vitamins. I'm eating vegetables, some type of whole grains, so you can get fibers and proteins. You can get proteins from vegetables and fruits as well. People believe you can only get proteins from meats. You know what I mean? That isn't always necessarily true. Of course, you can get some, but that doesn't mean you can't get them from natural resources without having to eat dead meat. That stuff is dead. Eat something that's alive, right? Eat something that's alive. And all the processed foods, and by the time they break down all these meats, you're not getting something fresh off the bone. And even if you are getting it fresh off the bone, what have they done to that animal chemically before you even got to the butcher? Before you even say, yeah, give me a prime rib, give me a New York strip, give me a breast. You know what I mean? So regardless of the fact, whether they're using extra chemicals on top of that, you already know that they're feeding the animals with things that isn't natural resources, that the animals aren't supposed to be having in their bodies, which cause disease, okay? Now, of course, we're in the era of they're saying this is okay to have and that's okay to have, but just like medicines have side effects, when you're eating unhealthy and you're eating processed food and you're eating unnatural sugars and all these different things, they have side effects. So be sure to counteract all the things that they're saying is okay. I don't know if you realize, but a lot of the things that we eat here in America are banned in so many other countries where they wouldn't even allow the selling of any of these products. And I did a video on a lot of chemicals that aren't good for you. So you can go to my channel and check that out. Which is why once you become aware of different things, I'm in the grocery store reading ingredients. I'm not just buying anything. And then when I don't know what something is, I look it up. It doesn't take long. I just think that we become lazy and we become so trusting of what's being provided to us that we're so willing to say, all right, this not gonna hurt me. It's not gonna hurt me. What is it gonna do? And we gonna eat this stuff. Come on, y'all. Let's be stronger. Let's be wiser. Let's love ourselves more. And once you become healthier, you become happier. And that's very important. Health is really wealth, I'm telling y'all. And then you'll have enough energy and strength, enough self-belief, and enough confidence to go and do other things. Because once you got the brain power and you got that main power and everything is functioning and running right, you have the confidence to go and be your best self. When you always tired, you don't have no energy to go fulfill your dreams. When you get sick and it could be terminal, you don't feel like you're going to be able to fight something and live and still be able to provide for your family, provide for yourself, and be the best version of yourself. You feel like you're losing a fight. I don't want you to lose fights. I don't want to lose fights. We got to go out here and we got to do what's right before we get to that point. I'm not, The Rock or nothing like that, but, I feel pretty strong. I'm feeling good. And, I still have more to do, but at least I'm starting and I'm on the right track. Before I started, I looked a lot worse. And I just do a little bit each day. And it adds up, y'all. It really adds up. And I don't feel like I took a big part of my day or a big chunk out of my day to get it done, which is the beautiful part about working out at home. Now, if you feel like you need motivation, you need to go out somewhere and do something, then so be it. You know what I mean? Go ahead and do that. But I am a promoter of finding the strength and the willpower to do these things at home. Less germs, you know what I mean, for one. And you can be comfortable however you want to do it. When it's winter and it's cold outside or it's raining, that doesn't have to deter you from actually going out there and doing what you got to do. So try to work out at home. You can watch videos. You can go and get little different apps to kind of give you a workout routine. Get you a little pull-up bar, you know what I mean? And again, there was a time when I first started out, it was hard for me to do one pull-up, y'all. 1, 2, struggling, right? You know, you can put your hands in different positions. Struggling, y'all. But started out with 1. I said, nope, I'm not going to give up. Got to 2, got to 3, got to 4, got to sets of 10, got to sets of 12. So it's all about progress. It's all about being able to go out there and do it. All right. Now I want to talk about self-examinations. Ladies, you can speak to your doctor. You can look up videos out here on how to give yourself an at-home breast examination. Okay. So be sure to do that. If you notice any changes, you check out each one just to make sure that everything feels and looks how it's supposed to. Be sure that you have that information so you can begin to do that. It's very important. This is all about prevention, right? Recognizing changes, going to get checkups, and doing something about it. But before we do any of those things, we got to start eating better, exercising more, and taking care of our mental health, okay? Gentlemen, fellas, I did not forget about y'all. We also can do examinations on our testicles, okay? So not to go in detail here on the video, but just like I suggested for the women, you could also go and get information on how to examine your testicles, testicular cancer. That is something that is very serious. It is something that can happen to any of us. So we need to make sure that we're on top of that. So I have another challenge for you, which is great. And I challenge you to take that first step into eating better this week. I want you to do it for 7 days, y'all. Give me 7 days, right? You know how fast that's gonna fly by? Especially if you're busy. 7 days of trying to maybe incorporating some juices. I'm drinking juices on the show every Tuesday. And trust me, for the other 6 days of the week, I'm drinking juices, all types of juices right at the house. And I got so many of them, I probably need like my own little juice shop at this point. But start eating better. That's going to be a part of the challenge. And you know what I'm going to say next. Get you something. Get you something. You got to get started, all right? So I'm challenging you to eat better. I'm challenging you to do some type of exercising at the house. I don't care if it's 10 minutes. Start exercising. Can you give your body 10 minutes at least a day? 10 minutes? Now, if you're feeling a little fresher, can I get 20? And just tell yourself, hey, I'm going to do 100 push-ups. Hey, I'm going to do 50 push-ups. Hey, I'm going to do 25 sit-ups. I'm going to do 50 sit-ups. Hey, I'm going to plank for 2 minutes, a minute. I'm going to do some pull-ups. Just do whatever you can at home. I'm going to do some jumping jacks. I'm going to do some running in place. Whatever it is, y'all, just try to implement some type of time to get yourself right. Your body's going to love it. And once you see yourself in that mirror, you're going to feel better about yourself too. You're going to feel better about you. This is about self-love, self-care, and being better on the inside. Once we're better on the inside, the outside will show it. You'll look happier and healthier. You'll be glowing, right? And I believe that once you start getting off track and you're eating whatever you want to eat and all that weight start coming on, it makes us look older, right? Don't that weight make you look like a grandma or a grandpa? Because you all big and you know what I mean? I used to be there. I'm not sitting here pointing fingers. I'm speaking from experience. But I had to make that choice and decision to say, hey, I want better for me. And when all that weight was on me, yeah, I probably looked like I was 10 years older than what I really was. But now that I'm trying to do all the things that I'm doing, it's just the reverse. I'm looking 10 years younger. I see people that's my age not looking so good. And I thank the Creator for giving me that understanding and for giving me that will to want to go ahead and do it. So I challenge y'all this week to go ahead and start eating better and doing your little exercises at the house. So give me 7 days at least. And once those 7 days are over, I would love for you to continue that and make it a lifestyle. And before you know it, you're going to have a big smile. Yes, indeed. For all my beautiful queens out there who are fighting breast cancer, I want to salute all of the survivors out there. I also want to encourage other women out there who are in the battle to go ahead and just say, you know what, I'm going to beat this. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to start taking care of myself, and I'm going to beat this. Between my willpower and what the Creator is instilling in me and has in store for me, I will be victorious. That's what this is for. So this beautiful pink flower is for you women out there. I love y'all. Love yourself. Get the power and the strength to say, you know what, I will beat this. Now, this toast is going to be to us being better versions of ourselves, to us being happier, to us being healthier, to us taking our health more seriously, to us understanding that the things that we're trained to eat and drink are ultimately poisoning us. We're poisoning ourselves. We're paying people to poison us and make us weaker and to make us not who we're really meant to be. I want you to be the best version of you. Say it with me. I'm going to dedicate my life and myself to being the best version of me. I'm going to dedicate time each and every day, mind, body, spiritually, to growing. I will do that from strength from the Creator, which will make me greater. I will dodge stress when I see it coming my way. I will avoid the things that I don't need in my life that'll make me weaker. I don't need none of that. This is what we need right here. We need to drink life. We need to eat life. And life is going to be full of love. Life is going to be full of happiness. Life will be full of beautiful reflections. And then when we get beautiful reflections, we're able to shine for others to see and inspire them to do what we're doing, just like I'm trying to do for you right now. Let's inspire each other. Let's push each other. Let's motivate each other. Let's be there for each other. Let's support each other. Let's be about each other. Yes, it's about self-love and self-care. But once I get that understanding there, I got to push you now. That's how it's supposed to work. We give, we gain. We give, we gain. Come on, y'all. Say it. When I give, I gain. That's what it's all about. So trust and believe. I love y'all so much. This is the end of the show. Salute. I know you can do it. I love you beautiful survivors out there. Keep fighting, my sisters, my queens, and we're going to shine and live another day. This is to y'all. Absolutely delicious. As soon as I drink it, I feel the energy just, I feel it. It's not a game out here, y'all. It's not a game. If you enjoyed this video tonight, I have so many others for you to see, like this one and like this one. Watch them. So much love to share, so much information to share, and it's all out of love, y'all. Go ahead and watch them. Subscribe to the channel. This video is presented solely for educational and informational purposes only. It is not intended to replace any opinions of a physician, psychotherapist, or any other professional out there. Thank you.